Welcome to Stir Crazy Sailing and Adventures. I'm Dennis. I left a career I enjoyed to pursue the activities that I love, with the aim of single-handing a sailboat from Lake Michigan to the Caribbean. Hey, thanks for joining me. Today is March 13, 2023, and I wanted to thank you for following the journey and being part of it. I'm going to do a live stream at the end of April, and then you can expect that the sailing video will be much closer to real time. I had to tell the story of me prepping and getting ready to go, as well as I had to learn how to put together a video. I'll have the experience a lot closer to real time beginning in April and May. Thanks for being part of this adventure. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your comments, your support. I think there will be some great adventures ahead, some terrific destinations, and a lot of lessons learned that may help you on your adventures, whatever they are. Thanks for joining me. First day of daylight savings time, I think. After leaving Manistee in our last episode, I got underway, but only dropped the hook 10 miles away in Onekama. Then I was on to Leland, with plans to make the Irish Heritage Outpost of Beaver Island in a couple of days. Leland is an incredibly rural gem with a near-shore marina entrance that is perilously close to the beach. Once my landing was made at a convenient slip at the end of a dock, I had a chance to look around town, grab a coffee, and consider driving a really cool car to my destination. But I would really rather take a really cool boat, which I am. But a few provisions were needed, so a quick trip into Leland covered some of the necessities. Woo! All right, leaving port in Leland with more confidence than I had when I got there. I just feel so much better about the condition of the boat, having it checked by scuba diver Tom. Now it's points north, Beaver Island. But tomorrow is going to be a big wind day, so I want to find a good hurricane hole for that, and we'll take the rest as it comes. Too bad that the camera just can't pick up how glorious the moon is. Looking at the same moon you look at. Kind of pretty out here though. Quiet. Kind of exciting. And cooling off. Whew. Good morning. It's blowing like crazy out there, and it blew like crazy last night. I'm going to go up and check my lines, make sure that my anchor line didn't chafe on the bow. Had to swing on the hook last night. I couldn't get into the marina. I wanted to, but I couldn't make a reservation for last night, only tonight. So hopefully the boat that's in there will move. The system that the state of Michigan has just wouldn't allow a same-day reservation, so I know they're in there illegally too, because I could see online that the slip was available. All right. That arrangement is called a bridle, with 2 lines going off the bow of the boat for the anchor. This line over here just balances the load as the boat floats around, and that knot is a bite of some sort on the anchor line, so that the pressure can be shared by 2 lines, and of course the ropes need to go to the cleats rather than us depending on the newly repaired anchor windlass. That item, so that all the pressure isn't on that mechanism. It's a beautiful morning. Whew. Looks like I'm in the industrial section of the anchorage here. Barges are good though. They're like lawyers, you know. You may think there are too many of them around until you need one. Apologies to lawyers, have a good sense of humor. You may not know what you're looking at when you look at that dredging barge over there. It's not uncommon to see those big barges in for weeks, putting in large docks for boats. Well, we'll see if I can get ashore today and get some biking in. While I'm cooking, let me just say that I would be remiss if I failed to mention that there was once a king on Beaver Island, and I'll get into that history next week. While sitting at anchor, especially with high winds out there, it's a pretty good time to just take a look at the hardware on the boat and make sure that everything is as it should be. And these cables that go up to the top of the mast and hold the mast in place are called shrouds when they're on the side of the mast, and the ones in the front and the back, those are the stays. We've got hardware to hold the shrouds in place. Looks good, right? Taking a look at the hardware that's holding the stay in place in the front of the boat. The forestay is another matter though. Yeah, that little pin, not in there as well as it should be. Kind of an important job. There, it's not going anywhere. I could put in a new pin, but that one looks good. Nice to have a spare, and it's not going anywhere. To see on my chart plotter, I've got to make it dark so I can find the switch that will make it bright again. I've got an idea. Because I arrived at night, all of my instruments were turned down on the lowest light setting they could possibly be on, which meant during the day, when I turned them on, they were invisible. Brilliant! And light. So I had to find a way to make them visible or make the day dark. There we go. Brightness, baby! Brightness, baby! Yeah. Awesome. Where am I? So I dropped anchor about here, last night and I've slipped back. All right, we've got a plan. I hit my head all the time doing this. I need a hat. Anybody want salad? This is important. Bang, bang, bang. I have to look at the available slips that can accommodate my boat because only one was open when I tried to make a reservation, and it doesn't look like those folks are leaving. I'll try to remember my my chest harness for the camera. It all happened pretty quickly. Shot across there, goosed it, and then swung around into the wind and tied up over here going into the wind, which is great. It was not without some drama, of course, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's windy. As long as nothing weird happens like the engine stalls, then life is good, especially when there are helpers on the dock. And the good folks at the slip that I would have liked, they came over and said hi. We all know that today's not a day to be out on the water, so everything's good. And yeah. And I'm just happy that now I'm tied up, the boat is secure, and that bike is coming off that boat, and I'm going to get some exercise because I am stir crazy. Jeez. I really enjoyed making this episode. Thanks for joining me. I kept it short. Next week, we'll take some time to look around Beaver Island, see some of the trails and some of the cool old buildings. Then we'll put up the sails again and we'll head under the Mackinac Bridge and past Mackinac Island. I really appreciate you coming along. I'll see you next week. Thanks.